you of the peace that had been won. Everything was right. Everything was calm. Everything was as it should be. And in that, there was a profound and lasting beauty. The house felt far too small for the amount of tension vibrating through the living room. It was one of those afternoons where the sunlight streamed in through the windows with an intensity that made the dust motes dance in the air, mocking the stillness of the people trapped inside. Reba sat on the sofa, her hands resting on her knees, while the weight of the situation pressed down upon her. That woman, as she had become known in the quiet whispers of the household, was truly out of control. It felt as though a locust had descended upon the residence, consuming everything in sight, leaving nothing but empty cupboards and lingering crumbs in its wake. She had devoured everything in the house belonging to Mr. H, and the situation had become desperate. Even the salt and pepper shakers sat hollow and forlorn upon the table, mocking the hunger that seemed to have no end. "Why do you not just tell her that she has eaten too much?" Reba thought, glancing at the others, but she caught herself before the words escaped her lips. The responsibility was a hot coal that no one wished to hold. Ben looked at her, his eyes wide with a plea that spoke volumes without a single syllable. "No, you tell her," Ben whispered, his voice cracking slightly. "Let us play rock, paper, scissors to decide." Reba sighed, knowing the folly of the game. "Ben, you know you are going to lose," she said, her voice dropping into a tone of gentle resignation. "Not this time," Ben insisted, his confidence fragile. 1, 2, 3. His hand emerged in the shape of scissors, while Reba effortlessly displayed the rock. "Dang it," Ben muttered, his shoulders slumping. "How do you always beat me?" "Because you always pick scissors," Reba replied with a faint, knowing smile. "It is your system, and it is a flawed one." "So you will tell her," Ben countered, leaning forward. "No, I do not want to," Reba said, shaking her head. "You tell her. Come on, please, please, please." "No, Ben, why should I be the one to tell her?" Reba asked, crossing her arms. "Because girls can say that kind of thing without having to come across like all they care about is looks," Ben argued, desperation creeping into his tone. "By the way, you have been looking hot lately." Reba let out a short, surprised laugh, the absurdity of the moment breaking the tension. "Oh, you," she replied, waving a hand at him dismissively. "Look, sweetie, why do I not tell her instead?" A voice chimed in, cutting through the standoff. Before anyone could respond, the front door swung open, and Barbara Jean breezed into the room with an energy that seemed to consume the available oxygen. "Guess who Luigi gave the free pizza to?" she announced, beaming. "Luigi does not have to roll it out of the bed every morning," Reba thought, but she kept her expression neutral. "You know, Mom, we really do not need another pizza," she said aloud. "I mean, it is really just the three of us here." "Oh, I know, but I had to take it. It was free," Barbara Jean replied, oblivious to the groans emanating from the corners of the room. "Somebody will eat it." "Dibs?" a voice shouted from the kitchen. "You know what, Mom, I am thinking maybe, just maybe, we should all try and get a little healthier around here." The suggestion hung in the air, fragile and hopeful. "What are you talking about?" "I am very healthy," Barbara Jean declared, placing a hand on her hip. "All right, that is it, Mrs. H. Drop it," Reba said, standing up and moving toward her. "Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it, drop it, drop it." "Drop it," Reba repeated, her voice firm. "Mrs. H, I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different?" "You who? I am here, and I am thin," Barbara Jean sang out, twirling in the center of the room. "Yeah, thin is a stick, and dumb is one." "Reba Jordan? What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent." "Reba, tell him what you saw. I do not want to get involved." "She said you are having an affair. Any more than I already am." "Okay, Jordan and I are not having an affair. He is gay." "What? Reba, do you honestly think I would let a straight man grab my breasts?" "Excuse me." He grabbed your breasts? He is gay. He was not touching them. He was arranging them. Carry on with your lives.
No, Reba.
Everything is not fine. I had no idea you were so threatened by the new me. The slim waist, the toned legs, the fellas. The fellas? The girls. Oh, the puppies. I am not threatened by you. Really?
Yeah.
Then why did you go down to the gym? What were you spying on me? No. Okay, yes. I went down to the gym because I thought there was something going on between you and Jordan. Why would you think that? Because you have changed. I have not. Yes, you have. Ever since you lost all that weight, you are pushy and obnoxious. And you always want to be the center of attention. Hello? I have always been that way. She kind of got a point there. Yeah, well, something has changed, Barbara Jean.
Yeah.
The way you guys look at me. I am still the same Barbara Jean I always was. I am just less winded. I know she might be right. Could be us. I am sorry, honey. Reba just got me all worked up. That is. Look, Barbara Jean. The truth is I think I went down to the gym almost hoping that I would find you doing something wrong. You know, anything. So I could feel superior to you and your skinny butt. So, I am sorry. Sorry?
Yeah.
This is great. For the first time since we have known each other, you want to be me. I do not want to be you. I know. It is even better. You want to look like me. Hey, where are you going? Just gonna go grab something to eat. I will see you next year. Hey, buddy. What are we watching? No, we are not. Want a rock, paper, scissor for it? Let us go. You are gonna pick scissors, are not you? Get out. Hey, honey. Hey, baby. I need to talk to you. Oh, honey. I just got the television. Well, I started thinking that maybe you do not think of me as new pretty because I do not do enough to keep your interest. No, honey. You were way hot. Guilty. But anyway, I thought that maybe I should, change my look every now and then just to keep things fresh. So, I bought a wig. Cheyenne put that down. Listen to me. I think it is a good thing that when I look at you, I do not see the beautiful girl with the killer bod. I see my wife. And I am attracted to her whether she is all dressed up, ready to go out or just sitting on the couch wearing those washed-up flannel pajamas. Really?
Yeah.
You are beautiful to me because of who you are. I feel kind of stupid. That is also who you are, and I love it. Come on, you. Where are we going? Oh, we are going upstairs. Hold on. I thought you did not want me to leave you alone. Sometimes I want to feel new pretty. The air between the two of them shifted from tension to a soft, warm intimacy. The kind that reminded them both why they had built a life together in the first place. The house, for once, seemed to quiet down. The chaotic energy of the morning giving way to the steady, rhythmic pulse of home. Reba, left in the living room, let out a long breath. She had realized, somewhere between the gym and the living room, that the pursuit of perfection was an exhausting treadmill that nobody actually wanted to be on. It was much easier to just be oneself, even if that self occasionally had a few extra pounds or a few extra worries. She walked to the kitchen again, this time not to lament the lack of food, but to appreciate the fact that the pantry did not need to be full for the house to be whole. She reached for the phone, thinking of how easily things could spin out of control when people stopped talking and started assuming. She had nearly caused a rift in the family, a silly, prideful rift based on nothing more than insecurity and the vanity of a gym routine. She sat on the sofa, the same one where they had all been bickering hours earlier, and pulled a book from the shelf. It was peaceful. The house was quiet. She wondered if she should start eating healthier. But then she thought of the fruit gravy and laughed to herself. Maybe she would just have an apple, or maybe she would just enjoy the silence. Life, she decided, was full of little moments that were meant to be savored, just like a good meal, even if that meal was just a simple piece of toast. Down the hall, the quiet conversations of the others floated through the house, a comforting hum of life. Barbara Jean was probably back to her old self, the one who was a bit much sometimes, but the one who was also fiercely loyal and kind. Brock was likely pacing, trying to figure out how to regain his composure after his bout of jealousy. It was all so human, so perfectly imperfect. Reba closed her eyes for a moment, letting the exhaustion of the day fade. She had started the day feeling like the weight of the world was on her shoulders, and now, as the afternoon light slanted across the floor,